It is April 26th. It's your girl's birthday, and this is the intro podcast for the good, the bad, and the fucking ugly. I wanted to do this podcast on my actual birthday for a number of reasons. I like to do things with intention. Two, I wanted the raw and unfiltered version so you guys know what you get yourself into on a weekly or bi weekly podcast episode with me. And hopefully, while I'm recording this, you don't hear my tiny human in the background, which he's not tiny, he's almost 11, but he's asleep right now. So we're going to take advantage of this. And hopefully, I don't get a lot of notifications. I think I muted him very well. So let's get into it. Before we start anything else, I want to do this the right way. Not the quick version, not the surface level introduction, but a real one. Because if you're going to listen to this podcast, if you're going to spend your time here, you deserve to know who I am. Not just what I say, but how I think, how I see life, and why this even exists. My name, government name, is Aretha. But you will know me as Pretty Girl Tip. And this is the good, the bad, and the fucking ugly podcast. I didn't start this podcast because I have everything figured out. Actually, it's quite the opposite. I started this because I have experienced enough life to know nobody really does. In 37 years, I still don't have shit figured out. I think for a long time, I tried to understand life in simpler terms, good or bad, right or wrong, win or lose. That's what I have been conditioned my whole life. But the more I realize it's not that simple because sometimes things feel good, but isn't right. Sometimes things look good, but doesn't feel good. And sometimes you don't realize something was wrong until it's already over. And those moments change you. I've had good moments, don't get me wrong. Moments where everything felt aligned, where things made sense, where I felt like I had exactly what I needed and where I was supposed to be. And then I've had another kind of good too. The kind that feels exciting, the kind that pulls you in, the kind that feels intense. But later, you realize it came with things you ignored. And then that's the fucking ugly. The moments that make sense but don't make sense. The moments that force you to sit with yourself. The moments that make you question everything, your decisions, your judgment, and even yourself. And I think the part of that life nobody wants to talk about because it's uncomfortable. It's not pretty. It's not even glamorous because it doesn't fit in the image people try to present. But if we're being honest, this is where real growth happens. The podcast exists because I got tired of pretending life was simpler than what it is. I got tired of hearing the same recycled advice that sounds good, but it really doesn't apply when you're actually going through something because real life doesn't come with a script. You make decisions without having all the information. You trust people without knowing how things will turn out. You move forward without guarantees. And sometimes it works, and then sometimes it doesn't. But either way, you learn something. And this is what this space is for. Not for perfection, not for pretending, not for acting like everything is always going to make sense, but honesty, real conversations, real experiences, and real perspective. Some episodes will be stories, some will be reflections. Some of these conversations might hit a little too close to home, but they're all going to be real and authentic because I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. At the tender age of 37, I've had somebody tell me what to do with my life for 37 years. What I'm here to do, I'm here to talk about what life actually looks like while you're living it. And if I'm being real with you, a lot of these things I talk about here, they come from experience, not from a theory, not from something I read somewhere, but things I've actually lived through, things I had to figure out in real time, moments where I had to ask myself, is this right for me? Why the fuck am I accepting this? What am I actually learning from this situation? And those questions, they don't always come with an easy answer, but asking them is where the real growth starts. I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned in this is you can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control how long you stay in something that doesn't feel right. And that ain't always easy because feelings complicate things, attachment complicates things, history complicates things even more. But clarity changes everything. So as you listen to this podcast, I don't want you just to hear me. I want you to think about your own experiences too. The decisions that you made, the situations that you've been in, and the moments that shaped you. Because I guarantee you this, there's something in your life that falls into one of these categories: the good, the bad, or the fucking ugly. And every one of those moments, they matter. They matter. All right. So as I said, this is the intro episode, and it's going to be relatively short because it's your girl's birthday, and I want to shoot this and do this on my birthday. But before I wrap this up, I want to introduce something that I'm going to be doing every episode, and it could be a little controversial or a little toxic, depending on how you look at it. I'm going to do a red flag of the week. This is where we call out things that people tend to ignore but shouldn't. And in hopes of you guys will love this one for this week. It says this week's red flag: you feel confused more than you feel secure. I'm gonna say it again for the folks in the back. You feel confused more than you feel secure. Okay, that feeling, that constant questioning, that overthinking, that need to figure out where you stand, that's something that you shouldn't normalize. I said it. I said it. Okay. Because when something is right for you, it might not be perfect, but it shouldn't have you feeling constantly unsure. So if you're in a situation where you feel more anxious than at peace, that's something you need to pay attention to, not ignore. Because clarity isn't something you should have to chase. Again, clarity isn't something you have to chase. At the end of the day, life is going to give you different experiences. Some will feel right, some will feel good, and some will teach you lessons that you didn't even know you needed. The good, the bad, and the fucking ugly. And this is just the beginning. And if you're here, stay. Follow the podcast. I will have the link in the bio. Follow us on YouTube. We're on all avenues except for TikTok. I haven't did that yet. We'll do TikTok later. Because we're going to get into all of it. So, welcome to the podcast. I hope you enjoy it. Like, share, and subscribe. Love you. Bye.